I have absolutely zero energy to date nowadays. I don't know if it's because of the women in my hometown giving me a lot of bad experiences whenever I did give one of them a chance. I don't know if it's the sheer weight on my mind, knowing that I'm gonna have to get to know a new person completely because I'm a very genuine person. I don't know if it's because I really do have trust issues when fully trusting a woman nowadays, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. In this video, I'm gonna touch on my exes, but I won't use their real names out of respect for them, even though I don't like some of them that I'm gonna talk about. Still, I don't want to dox them or anything, but the experiences that I would describe, they are my real experience. So bear with me. Also, another thing, as a man, I realized that these experiences were my fault entirely. Yeah, I did get bamboozled in some of them, but as a man, I have to take accountability for staying in those situations as long as I did. There were so many opportunities I could have left it alone, but because I was too bullheaded to call it quits and trying to stay strong in the storm and put myself through a lot of hurt and pain. Oh yeah, another thing too, I will be breaking down my own personal shortcomings as well and why I really don't care about changing them at this point but yeah, I'll get to that and explain it in full. Now onward to the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. As the video plays, appreciate y'all. Now the first girl I'm gonna touch on, her name was Emerald. I was dating her back when I was about 19, 20 or so. And I'll be honest with y'all, she was a baddie, but she had a very questionable history at that time. And plus she was still in high school at the age of 20, in alternative high school. And if you know about alternative high schools, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need the full credits to graduate. And she was struggling, I remember. But that's besides the point. Pretty much she fell on hardships and her uncle kicked her out. She was homeless, only had a beater, a couple pairs of sweats, no food, no money, no nothing. So I'm staying at home at the time and I break the situation down to my parents and they pretty much just let her stay. It was gonna be temporary or whatever. Long story short, I really do not remember arguments or anything like that. If I did, I will own up to it, which I will in like later scenarios. But in this situation, it came completely out of nowhere. So one weekend, she wanted to go hang out with her friends. Me being naive, because this friend in particular that I knew, she didn't really like me too much. I don't know what it is about some of these women friends. They just, it's a pattern. They just don't be liking me sometimes. Some of them do, some of them don't. The ones that don't always mess up something somehow, some way. So long story short, we were supposed to stay in contact the whole time, but when it got to like Saturday night, she had left that Friday morning. So when it got to that Saturday night, her phone was off. You feel me? And I didn't hear from her till Monday. And I told her to come get her stuff or whatever. After I said that, she had some dude message me on MySpace, threatening to fight me. He lived like a whole state over, whatever. And when she came and got her stuff, I didn't even say anything to her. She had her female friend drop her off. So yeah, I see her around every once in a while. And she has tried to add me on social media. I don't add her. I remember I did talk to her, but just to kind of make it seem like I don't know her. I knew her. I just pretend like I did, and I see her around and just walk past her. I don't have nothing to say to her. She also accused me of a domestic violence, and anybody that knows me knows that I don't even do that. I was actually raised to never raise my hand to a woman. I can get mad, but I will leave the area before I raise my hand to a woman, even if a woman attacked me. So that rumor didn't stick at all because everybody around here at the time knew that I wasn't on that type of time. Just the fact that she said that was just wild to me. So yeah, that was like the first time that I actually just got done crazy. I mean, she was like she was my third girlfriend. So we dated for a whopping, I think like 7 months. Which is wild because she moved in I think after like 2 months. Had good punani though, I ain't gonna hold you. Good punani, good what's the word I can use? Had good throat, I'll just say that. So yeah, the next lady that I want to touch on, her name is Leslie. Now, I actually was engaged to this woman quite some time ago. I'm just gonna keep it short. Like, I was working a long amount of hours. I was actually working in between 60 hours minimum a week to maximum about 80 hours. And that was all to like build, something for our future. But long story short, while I was at work, she was, posting pictures of herself online, very questionable pictures that she had to cut her face out of, if you get what I mean. And she didn't have clothes on, I'll put it like that. She was doing that. I had called her like the simp that I was. I forgave her. She kept doing it behind my back, and then she was trying to get people to meet up at my apartment where I was laying my head while I was working third shift. So the only way that I found out is because when I found out about like the pictures that she was posting online, she gave me like her passwords or whatever. I'm not the kind of dude to go through your stuff. Even to this day, I don't like doing that. I feel like if I have to do all that, it's just wild to me. And I appreciate if my partner had the same energy with me. I don't like going through phones, but it was like a night where, it got to the point where I had texted her, and usually she was like real quick on texting. But that night, it was just something in the pit of my stomach where she was just taking too long to respond. Like, she would take an hour and some change to respond to a simple text type stuff, when usually she was just like, responding quickly, like within a couple minutes type stuff. So I go to the crib, she, in the bed, sleep or whatever. Go through her email. Didn't even have to go through no text. And I went through her email, saw the message threads, the pictures, the videos. A couple of the comments were laughing at me, basically saying that how I don't know and I'm oblivious and all. Just like little stuff here and there, little jabs. They didn't get too crazy. It was just, it wasn't like no name calling, like, oh, they suck that nigga. She was just like, oh, my man don't know, you can come over, woo, woo, woo. And to my knowledge, nobody ever really came to my house, but she was planning on it. So I literally just kicked her out that night. She tried to spin it like she broke up with me. I really don't care who says what at this point. Like, it's really over. It's over. It's really off. I'm just over it. But that was like the last woman that I really trusted. You feel me? So, that actually caused me to go through a 304 phase. I was knocking everything down, even women I wasn't attracted to, because I ain't tooting my own horn, but I'm a pretty attractive dude, especially like in my area. I've had like a lot of women in this area. That's why I'm just like, I'm over it, just want to go somewhere else type shit. But yeah, that's besides the point. Next girl I'm gonna touch on is Rebecca. Now, Rebecca, she was one of those, first of all, she was probably like the prettiest girlfriend that I had, but she did me foul. This is gonna be a short one because all she really did was she lied about being pregnant by me when she was already pregnant to begin with, before she got with. But then she was actually still entertaining the baby's father or whatever while, entertaining me. And I found this out because, when we went our separate ways, it wasn't a very amicable separate way. I'll be honest with you. We both said heinous things to each other. I said some things I shouldn't have said. She said some things that she shouldn't have said. But looking back, I really do not give a fuck. Mainly because me and her aren't cool to this day. I don't know where she's at, don't really care. It was like a wild goose chase. I was actually trying to be there for the kid after the kid was born. She kept going from here to Detroit, back and forth. We 2 hours away from Detroit. Yeah, I could have drove out there, but at the same time, I didn't know where the hell she was at. I just know she was in Detroit. Detroit ain't a village. Detroit just got like 10 people in a few buildings. Nah, that's a pretty big city. I wasn't gonna find her even if I did go. So in the midst of this, I try to go to the courthouse to force her to take a paternity test, because at this point, I didn't even know if the kid was mine, because she did open up before we split and said that she was cheating on me and the baby not mine. But then later on, she made it seem like I was a deadbeat and didn't want to be in the kid's life. It was just very bizarre. So I turned out not to be the child father, but there's still people that really think that I'm a deadbeat, because in my city, people are stupid. People don't like facts. You know, I already do have a woman that slandered me around here a couple years ago. People believe that, you know, around here. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know how I can be a deadbeat. I don't have any kids, but, you know, that's just how stupid some people are. And it is what it is. And you can clock that. So, yeah, another thing, too, my recent ex, her name was Teresa. And I'm just gonna keep this short because, I mean, she's not like the most horrible ex in the world. I don't have any communication with her because it got kind of weird near the end of communication. And it was like kind of like I was just falling back from the situation because of the pure disrespect I was experiencing. And she was still trying to be with me months after, you know, we split. Like, we stopped talking for, you know, a couple months or whatever. And she was like trying to come back. So that's how I knew like it was somebody else and all that. But without getting into details, why I brought this up is because she told me that she couldn't have kids. The doctor told her that she couldn't have kids. I wasn't in the hospital when they said that, or the doctor's office when they said that. So I just took her for face value. We ended up having 2 unalive baby operations. The first one, she said she was high risk, couldn't do it. The second one was an atomic pregnancy. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, where the baby's growing outside of the fetus. So the second one, I get it. The first one, I don't understand why she couldn't have had the first one. But at the same time, maybe that was for the best, I don't know. But the real kicker is, literally, while she's trying to, because I looked at the timeline, she sent me messages trying to talk to me or whatever, but she was already talking to somebody, right? So she's literally going by the timeline because barely a year after we broke up, she had a baby girl. But then here's the kicker. She named the baby girl one of the 3 names that me and her picked out together. You know, and the reason why I found out is because I had reactivated my original Facebook for the first time in years. You know, this was about a couple years ago. And then she happened to be on there because, I mean, we was friends on there for years or whatever. So she was still on there. I go to her page out of curiosity, and curiosity killed the cat. I saw the baby girl. Very beautiful baby girl. I ain't got nothing bad to say about the child because that's a child. I hope that the child grows up to, you know, be prosperous and very successful. It's not even about that. Just the fact that she literally looked me in my face and she couldn't have any kids. But not only did that turn out to be false, but she's not even with the kid's father anymore. So she got 3 baby daddies now. And yeah, when I was with her, she had 2. One of them was pretty much absent. The other one saw his kid every other weekend. And I was drama with that one, but not like volatile drama, just, you know, baby daddy trying to block dates drama. So those 4 situations that I just named are why I have a hard time trusting women romantically. And I realize that's a flaw. Another flaw is that this is about me now. Why I'm just exhausted because I know some things I have to work on. What I have to work on is stop expecting me out of them. I've been over backwards for a lot of my exes, a lot of the women that I talk to and all that. If I really rock with you, if I really like you, I'll go the distance for you, especially if you say you serious. I'll be trying to get to know you, which is very exhausting because I take notes. I write down your favorite stuff. You know, if you say something that I think I could double back on and get you something thoughtful that has to do with it, I'll write it down for future reference. I try to remember stuff like that. I try to. And the reason why I write it down is because sometimes, you know, being a human, my memory just ain't the best. You know, I forget some things. I mean, it is what it is. So I write it down to help myself remember. And that junk just gets so exhausting when something doesn't work out and I just delete the notes and just move on. And I'm not like the type where I'm just like, oh, well, this didn't work out, I'm just gonna go off and talk to this. Nah, like now, like if I was really invested, if I was really feeling that chick, even if we weren't together, I need to take a break from all that. That's why I'm really tired of dating and I have no energy, because it's like a repeated process. You get to know somebody, it don't work out. Now you gotta pick up the pieces, you know, rejuvenate yourself so you're not bringing baggage into your new situation, and then hope that this next person work out or don't work out. Now you gotta repeat. It's just too much, you feel me? So I'm just tired of it. You know, I honestly believe I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life. And it's wild because literally, and like I said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm not even trying to call myself a Chad, even though if you saw my experiences, if you saw like the women that I've dealt with, the women I've chilled with, the women I've penetrated, you would think that I was, but I'm just chill. I'm just a chill dude that had a 304 phase in his mid-20s. I mean, it is what it is. And if I said the number of women that I had intercourse with, you wouldn't believe me. So I'm just gonna leave it there. So that's another thing too, because I've had a lot of intercourse when I was younger. What was really fueling me to get to know a woman, and bad for me to say, was a huge part of it was a punani. Don't get me wrong, I like being around women. I love being around women. I love women. But let's just keep it a spade. Like a lot of dudes, man, like we just be trying to crack. And like once we get to know you past the cracking, if we really like you as a person, we trying to be around you, we want you right here by us and all that, you feel me? But that's usually first and foremost because we're very visual. Like we're just thinking about that, like when we see you. But we don't mean it like in no perverted, well, I don't mean, I can't speak on every man. I don't mean it in every perverted way. So then another thing too is that I do have trust issues. I try not to accuse, well, I ain't gonna say I try not to. I do not accuse my woman of cheating or anything like that. It's just, I can get suspicious. Like if I'm at work, a thought would just cross my mind because a scar, like dang, like I wonder what she's up to, type stuff. Just, and then my mind will wander if it's just like a slow day or whatever. But I try not to bring that energy to her because especially if she ain't did nothing for me to even think that, you feel me? Another thing too is that it just seemed like more often than not, things don't work out for just stupid reasons. Like I had this woman tell me that my face was straight and that's why she didn't want to talk to me anymore. But she was telling me I was handsome. Majority of the time we was together, like real talk. She would tell me, oh, you look good and all that. Now my face is just too straight because I guess she expected me to sit there and cheese all the time. Like the Joker, I don't, to this day, I don't get that. But that's just an example of just the stupid excuses that I've heard throughout the years. I could have like a long laundry list of excuses. I could make a video about the excuses I've gotten about why it's not working out when I date somebody. If y'all want that video, let me know. I will make it. I really will, because I have a lot of them. So yeah, it just, at the bottom of everything, it just come down to the fact that I do not trust women enough to give them my time, my heart, my energy. Because it's just been so many times where it's just fugazi. And I ain't got the energy to keep resetting. Oh, it didn't work out. Better luck next time. Nah, I'm just cool. I'm cool. And it's a couple women that actually like me. I ain't gonna say who they are. They know who they are. That's probably why I don't even really be on camera like that, because, women are detectives and they search for stuff. So, yeah, that's neither here nor there. But at the same time, like every time I even talk to them, like they're cool, chill women, laid back. But it's just every time I think about that next step, it's just like, gosh, man, like I gotta do this and do that. I know her and gotta get to know her. And if it don't work out, now I don't waste all this time, energy pouring into somebody that just went on to the next dude. That's another thing too. They just seem like they just make excuses to go off to the next dude. And I ain't got energy for that. I really do not. I do not. The dating landscape will make a Chad, a Tyrone become black pill. I don't even like that terminology, the pill system, but just to explain where I'm coming from when it's so dire, like this whole dating climate. And like I said, like I know that I have flaws. I'm not perfect. I understand that. I can be stubborn. Like if I put my mind to something, I'm not gonna let it budge. I'm not gonna lie to you. And I don't know if this is a flaw, but let me know. So if I have deal breakers and then down the line, like something happens and then they cross that deal breaker, then I don't want to give them a second chance. Is that toxic? Cause I told you I don't like you smoking cigarettes, and here you are. I see you smoking cigarettes. I saw you smoking one. All right, it's a hard day. Now I feel like you picking up a habit. I don't like it. I'm just gonna have to. Is that like? Is that unreasonable? Because that's how I treat my deal breakers. I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. And I'm very upfront with my deal breakers. But yeah, I feel like I got everything that I wanted to say out in this video. So if you can relate, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know if you have energy for dating, man, woman, everything in between. No matter your sexual orientation, I don't care if you're gay, bi, lesbian, trans, I don't care. Just whatever your experiences are, put them down below. You ain't even gotta use real names. You can be vague. I don't care. I just find it interesting reading y'all comments. With that being said, you're new here, sub to the channel, join the community. I'm trying to grow. And while you're down there subbing to the channel, hit that like, because it'll help me get pushed through the algorithm and more people will see it. And then we have more people to talk to in my comment section. And then on top of that, share the video to people that you think are like-minded, or it can open up their eyes to certain things. You know, this is just a black man in America trying to make it. Just being real with y'all. And it has been Face the Real. You know what it is. Much love, everybody. Y'all be safe and don't fall for the nigga moments. All right, y'all. Much love. Face signing out.